Hello, everybody. What's going on?
Hi, friend.
Hi, friends. Oh my God. Hello, friends.
Why does it seem like it's been so long and we did this like 2 weeks ago?
I know we do feel like it's a long time. I guess because we're getting older.
I know. My birthday's coming up. November.
Yay! Okay. Any plans for your birthday?
I guess right now it's everything is pending COVID. Like, are we gonna shut down again? Is Delta gonna scare everybody? Is Hot Wheels gonna thug it out and say, we're fine?
You, I yes, yes. Depends on what the COVIDs do. Everybody, welcome to MTG After Dark. This is your boy Q, and of course, my sidekick, as normal, is right over there, Miss Arbor, not Barbara. Okay, please understand if you call her Barbara,
I'm gonna call you Shirley and knock your ass out.
yay for Shirley and shit. Listen, everybody, listen. We appreciate you guys joining. Rick, do us a favor. Go ahead and share this broadcast wherever you are right now. Go ahead and do that. We appreciate YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all them you guys and everybody that's listening to us on Anchor FM right now. We thank you so much. We appreciate all of that good stuff. Real quick before we go ahead and get started with the show, because this is after dark, so you guys do know that viewer and listener discretion is advised. Okay, I'm saying that shit. Okay, these conversations are our opinions and for your entertainment only. Do us a favor, please be at least 18 years or older to watch this show. We prefer you at least be 21 to do that. And if you are trying to hook up with myself or Miss Arbor, we ask that you do us a favor and please have all of your situations under control. That does include baby mamas, baby daddies. We also ask that you please do us a favor and have more than three investment streams of income coming in, other than your 401k. We do like the fact that you can invest in Coach, Walmart, and Sam. So we appreciate all that good shit. So have that shit together.
That was so specific.
I know, right? And do us one more favor. Please make sure that your sex is good because if it's not, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work.
I found my bell. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Felicia. Hey, Mo. Hey,
Hey
Bridget.
y'all. Everybody, hey
Alicia bringing
Cece.
everybody in. Come
I
on, sis.
know. Hey Sissy. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Y'all come on in. Let's talk
Oh,
about
she
it.
cute. I'll
That's
put
my
you back up
cousin.
there.
Felicia,
Okay.
that's my
Hey,
cousin.
cousin.
Yeah, that's my cousin. The beautiful Felicia Howard, graduate of Lincoln High School. Lincoln High School class of 94, I believe. Four, I think, 94. I hope I got that right. She used to be on the
Don't be
drill
telling
team.
her age.
She used to be on the drill team.
Hey, Jaylee.
Yeah, oh Lord, no. So you know what? My sister is messy too. She messy. We was having a conversation about a couple of these questions earlier, and she real
hmm
messy. I just want to let her know she real messy. Jay Lee, she messy.
I mean, okay. I can't wait. Y'all be sure and comment so I can know that I might not be the only crazy one here because I always have some weird comments for these things.
And wait a minute, I'm gonna fix this where this can pop up real quick. Go ahead and do us a favor because all these questions, well, most of these questions came kind of via text, via email, via conversation that we had. So a couple of these questions came via text. So any questions that you do have, go ahead and text them to us at 972-904-2398. We appreciate all your questions because we like answering questions. They're great. They're absolutely great.
Gonna be exciting.
Great, great. Yeah, yes, is you mentioned. All right, so let's go ahead and do. Let me put it back up. I had to set this Facebook thing for us to make sure we're looking right online. But I'm gonna pull up this question. No, not that one. I almost pulled that video up. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, so we're gonna. I'm not gonna bust hell wide open. I just want to let y'all know I'm not gonna bust hell wide open.
Today.
I don't appreciate that. I'm not gonna bust hell wide open.
Today.
Appreciate it, Hendrix. Hendrix sent me a text and says he will post on Anchor right now. What's up, Hendrix? What's going on, man? What part of the world are you in? Why don't you tell us? Why don't you go ahead and comment that? Tell us where you are.
Hi, Reggie. I miss you.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us where you are so the rest of us can be jealous too. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's start with the first question, Miss Arbor. I'm gonna definitely let you have this one
Oh, shit.
because quite frankly, my answer to this question is probably not going to be the most holy of answers, and I don't, and you know, and I know that you're the nicer of us too. So let's just go ahead and do it like this. So this question came in today, everybody, and what we're doing is let me go ahead and put it up so you guys can see. What we're doing is we're answering fan questions. That's what we're doing. We're answering fans' questions, or whatever case it is, the people that we may have associated with, watched the show, talked to, all kind of questions that we came in that we got. So the first question that we got is this. It says, "I waited." This ain't funny. I waited
Reggie
until
said he's
marriage.
at home.
I waited until marriage to have sex with my new husband, and it's not good. How do I tell him? Or should I just keep faking it? One more time. I waited until marriage to have sex with my new husband, and it's not good. How do I tell him? Or should I just keep faking it? Please make sure y'all comment your comments so we can read these comments. So Miss Arbor, the woman said she sent the message in. She said that she waited until marriage till she had sex with her new husband, and it's not good. How do she tell him? Let's start there. How does she tell him? How do you tell somebody that? I mean,
Okay, let's just hang on. Reel that back in.
let's reel
Um,
it in.
One, you waited until marriage. However, it sounds like this wasn't your first time having sex. So, since you've already had sex and you already have an idea of what sex is supposed to be like for you, why did you not just test drive the car beforehand if you had expectations? You can't come in with expectations in a new situation. You have to. Yeah. Jayla, you said get a divorce quickly. You're already married. I mean, is he teachable?
Hmm.
Don't never fake it. Like, women, please, for the love of God, stop faking it because you're sending these guys to us with this false sense of they know what they're doing and they ain't doing shit. So don't lie to him. Don't lie to him.
Wait a
Maybe,
minute.
you know.
So you saying that a woman faking it boosts a man's ego that damn big
Oh,
to
they come in with the audacity.
with the audacity? Do explain that. I mean, how does that happen? Because
You ain't never had a chick that like swore she gave, superhead, she was fire, I can do this, I can make, and then she do it and you'd be like, but nobody told you no teeth and that was dry, or like, don't come in here acting like you know what you're doing and you are, acting. Lower your tone, lower your expectation, don't be barking, or like, you can't come in here with big dick energy unless you know how to use it. Until someone has said, no, you scare me, I can't do that again. Like, stay in your fuck bracket.
stay in your stay in your fuck bracket.
Yes. No, I mean, the first time is always going to be weird and awkward. So, you get a pass on that one. The second time, you should definitely show some progress because now we may have we should have had a conversation after fuck number one. Then went, okay, here's some things that I want to try. Maybe you can slide it in that way. Be like, I want to try it like this. If you don't want to just downright hurt his feelings. But after the second fuck, if there's still not enough progress or no progress at all, then it's a flat out conversation of, okay, this is what pleases me. This is what doesn't. I'm an asshole. I'm going to stop you in the middle of sex. No, I need to move to this position. No, I need to do it this way. No, don't ever do that shit again. You know, this is the rest of your life. Be honest.
So okay. So in this scenario, not to fake it, but to at least go ahead and communicate to this person what that this ain't working. So Felicia said, maybe you should try to teach him, to make love to you, help you with your body and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes some
ladies,
people,
don't be don't be assholes.
I mean,
Cause
and then sometimes it just ain't good.
well,
I
I mean,
mean,
if you've never had sex with him, then you're going to have to show him how you like to be pleased. Sex is not a one size fits all. This is not a moo moo. Like you can't just do it and it work. There's you have to have everybody's got different spots. Everybody's got different ways of how they like to be turned on. There's a whole process where you already mentally stimulated. Your brain is your biggest sex organ. Did he not mentally stimulate you, or were you like extremely mentally stimulated and then physical didn't match? There's some factors here. I wouldn't run for a divorce. I definitely wouldn't fucking fake it. But be an adult, have some conversations, say this is how I like it, this is what I want, watch a porno together or something. I don't.
I mean, but
I'm sorry.
my
I'm too old and too grown to not test drive a vehicle before I
I'm,
buy it.
I mean, but see, how I'm gonna approach this. My approach is this. Listen, first of all, people get on my goddamn nerve talking about I'm going on a sabbatical. I ain't having sex with nobody until I get married, and your damn coochie hole is this big. Okay, that's my problem. That is my issue. And then because your private area done been rammed in and done been tucked away and fisted damn near, you want somebody to come into a situation to satisfy your nasty ass. That's my problem, number one. And then
Wait,
you,
wait.
huh?
Look at the comments, because I'm not gonna say it out loud because I don't know if I'm supposed to say that out loud. But look at the comments. Nope. Underneath that, don't put it on the screen.
Okay.
I have to know what the question is,
Yeah,
though.
I'm just
If
saying.
you don't quit putting stuff on the screen, sir,
Put you. She said, "What you want? Which one you want me to do? Because they coming
nothing.
so fast. Which one?"
I'm telling you, you can't take this man nowhere. I swear to God, he, you'll
I'm
be in
just saying,
trouble.
and then you sit up here and you want to go on a goddamn sabbatical, talking about, well, I think that I want to wait till marriage before I give my body to him. And he done, and every man in Dallas, Fort Worth on the south side and 16 of
Ew.
them on the north side done plowed your brains out. And all of a sudden now you want to wait till marriage. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what? The marriage certificate is not gonna change this kind of shit right here, okay? Adoption is gonna change this shit.
I like have so many follow-up questions for this person. Like, why is it now that you decided to wait until marriage? Is it that is the head bad? Is the stroke bad? Is the size bad? Like, what exactly makes it bad? And why would you marry someone that you couldn't be honest enough with to go, that didn't work for me?
Arbor,
and
if
have
this
to
is
make.
you, where is
Well,
my tongue gonna fit you?
listen, the
Where
clit
is
is
that
not.
gonna fit at?
Hey, first of all, the clit is not way down here.
I
It's a
know.
button. So if you can't hold on to that, if you can't hold on to a button, you need more training. You don't need to be married anyway. You are not qualified for marriage, sir. Now, I mean, once you get down there, if you realize she's like this, then you know what? I do sell pure romance. I am a certified sexual wellness consultant and professional. I have some Kegel weights that I can refer you to so that you can throw them down this hallway right here and try and hold them in. And we're gonna tone that muscle back up. You know, your whole sexual organ is a muscle. It is just like every other muscle in your body. When you don't use it, you lose it. So you know you need to.
If it's a muscle, I hope that to like God, if it's a muscle, fellas, and you
I've
don't run
got
across
I've
something
got
like
some
this.
cream called Like a Virgin. We can, I can show you how to slather that all up in there. We can bring you back together again. But
You know, you
I
know what?
don't throwing hot dogs down hallways are not my thing. So I'm gonna suggest that both of you take some tips and some conversations.
I agree, sis.
How
I
long were
agree.
they together?
On the message, they just sent the text. These just text messages that are coming or in discussions. Just about random conversations and stuff like that. And so,
You're right. Kegels are important. I suggest, if you drive a lot, do Kegels at red lights. If you watch TV a lot, do Kegels during commercials. Um,
mhm.
Definitely every time you go to the restroom, because that's the best way to know that you're working the correct muscle, is when you're going to the restroom and you're midstream. Catch it towards the beginning of the stream, not the end, but clamp down and stop that stream and make sure there's no dribble.
No dribbling, no stream. So that means no bouncing and no witness. You said
What?
dribble.
You know what? Mind your business. Mind your
Okay.
business. The
So
people that do the Kegel, well, I mean, y'all can do Kegels too. It's just a different kind, but
so anyway, like I was saying, then we'll go to the next question. So like I was saying, first that kind of gets with me, sometimes. But anyway, moving along, I just think that and people gonna look at me crazy, but I'm sorry, unless if I know what kind of shoes I'm going to go and buy, I'm going to try them on. That's just me. And so I'm not saying that people shouldn't wait until, marriage, because a lot of people do it for spiritual journeys. A lot of people find it that it's a little bit more holistic, to wait, and that's good. I just believe that you know even before you even get to the intercourse part of your relationship, sex to me should be, like my sister said, explored. But in addition to, find your love language intimately before the sex. Find what's going to turn you on before. I mean, because if you're in love with somebody, I mean, you're not gonna kiss them. You're just not gonna not hug them and stuff. You kiss them and you hug them and you caress them and you'll show them
make sure
intimacy.
that people are understanding that sex is a mental exercise. Sex is
Right.
mental and emotional intimacy. And when done properly, you can achieve orgasm and intimacy without physical touch. So if
Absolutely.
you can't make me want to orgasm or walk by and blow on this motherfucker before you start touching me, then you got more work to do anyway.
That is the truth. That is definitely the
You know,
truth.
you don't need to marry someone that you can't have that physical intimacy with, obviously. But more than importantly, you don't need to marry someone who you can't have that emotional and spiritual and intellectual intimacy with.
Absolutely.
If I gotta fake it with you, then there's already something wrong with our relationship.
And you already know what faking's gonna lead to. you know,
Yeah, him
and
coming in with big dick energy and then cheating on you at some point because you gonna quit having sex with him, and then he gonna cheat, and now he gonna embarrass both of y'all because he gonna be out there slinging some horrible mediocre dick, and they gonna be like, she married him? Why? That's what you chose?
side piece be like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck. You can't do shit for me but pay my bills, nigga. Your dick ain't even big. I don't know what the fuck your wife been telling you shit. You ain't doing shit.
Wait a minute. The wife is gonna be all up in his DMs trying to see what's happening, see if she's getting cheated on, and everybody in the DMs is like, "Nigga, we don't want you. You go stick with that girl that you." You know
Wow.
how horrible it is to be reading somebody's DMs and realize that don't nobody want him but you.
That is horrible. That is horrible. Next question. Let's move on. This is next question because we get hung up. Okay, so I am going. You want me to put them up? Put them all up? You want to do that?
That's up to you.
Let's do that. Let's put them up. So I'm gonna have to keep going backwards and forwards. I think I can read them off the screen over here. So y'all take a look at this. These are our next questions. We're gonna take them one at a time. Here we go. Okay, so the first question is: I'm dating a married man.
Dummy.
Due to COVID, the courts are still backed up. How long should you give your mate to get his divorce finalized in order to remain in the relationship? Again, here we go. I'm married. I'm dating a married man. Due to COVID, the courts are still backed up. How long should you give your mate to get his divorce finalized in order to remain in the relationship?
Ma'am, unless you have a court name and date and docket number, that's bullshit because they're doing virtual court and they keeping that shit right along moving. Because since COVID has happened, I have had to appear in court. There wasn't no holdup.
So they
They
doing
hit
divorce
the
virtually?
yeah, they baby, they ain't stopping nothing. They not stopping a period. A period barely ends a sentence. They ain't stopping nothing.
So
Better
so okay. So let me ask this question then. Let me ask this question. So okay, when you're in a situation, right, and the situation presents itself because a
go.
lot of married people.
Phew. Never mind. Keep up. Just keep going. Answer your question.
I
I
didn't see
told
it
you we
until a
can't
while
take him
ago.
nowhere.
I
I'm
didn't I didn't
sorry.
I didn't see it until a second ago. The comments coming too fast. I'm telling you, they keep the boop, 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 boop,
Jesus.
and it's not letting me scroll to them too quick. Okay, so what I'm saying is like, okay, in regards to the question, okay, if you are dating a married person, because people do that, right? If they not together or whatever case it is, I'm not making no excuses for anybody to do that, but I'm just saying it happens. Should you expect that to happen even though they're not with that person? Or is the COVID court piece just an excuse for him not to do?
Okay, so like I kind of need more information. Like, are they? I'm not leaving the house yet until my divorce. Like what kind of bullshit is the dude giving? Um, is it just that I haven't gone to court yet, but you and the home dude are together? Like, I got a key to your apartment, you got a key to mine. We live together, or is he like still playing house until the divorce is final?
Hmm. Okay.
I feel like there's some scenarios where it might be legit, like, okay, maybe I didn't have the right paperwork turned in, so I got to resubmit some paperwork, and that put me back at the end of the docket because every time you go in, you have to wait 30 to 60 days, and it keeps going, stuff like that. But like, I'm sorry, if you've been waiting for a year to get in court, I feel like you're full of shit. It don't take that long.
Next question.
All right,
Next question. Let's go
all
on
right.
and go to the
Let's
next.
let's just go. Don't put shit back up on the screen.
Oh, just read it. Okay, I'll just read it. But I got to go back to the. Okay, question number two: can friends with benefits end the benefits and still be friends?
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. I ended the benefits, and now he won't speak to me.
Because he wasn't just your friend. He had feelings.
Really?
Hmm.
Do tell. Why would you say that?
Why would dudes care if it was just a piece of ass?
Hmm. Okay. That's really good because I that's why I said
Oh,
it,
Jesus.
what what did Reggie do? Why are you smiling? What the what the hell?
So, if he has feelings for you,
I figure out
he's
to it.
not going to appreciate being in the friend zone. Like, if everybody was on the up and up and it was legit from Jump Street, what right do you have to be in your feelings and not speak to me now? You just mad because you lost some ass? The fuck? Go get another piece of ass. You the homie.
Okay, that's good. I always say no. Let me tell you why. Now I definitely agree with what you just said, but I say no because if that's our purpose of being friends, and if that's gone, then why be friends?
Yeah,
I
but
mean, like because
so you weren't friends with benefits. You were fuck buddies. Remember we went through the stages and the names and the categories of people.
we're
If
gonna
you're
have to
fuck buddies,
revisit this.
if you're fuck buddies, you just fucking like y'all ain't hanging out. You not friends. We don't have these conversations. Come here, we gonna bump uglies and we gonna go on about our day.
Right?
You know, okay, you don't have to speak to me no more if that's what the scenario is. That if we're not having sex, there's no need to speak. But
That
if
may make that makes sense. That
but if
makes
we're
sense.
friends, benefits come and go with friends. Sometimes I hang out with you all the time. Sometimes I don't see you for a year or 6 months. That don't mean that you stop being my friend. So are you saying that your benefits were the only reason that you're friends? Then you were just a fuck buddy and you tried to get out your lane. Roll that shit back to the fuck buddy section and know your place.
Let's get another question before we go on break. Let's get another question. Should you research the person that you are dating if you see red flags? One more
That's
time.
a that's a
Should
loaded question.
should you research the person you are dating if you see red flags? Now, I'm thinking in a sense of, for example, like if I kind of find a vibe or something off about you, if it's not something that a question that I can actually answer, I can go ahead and I can be like, starting to kind of dig a little further to find out maybe what it is that's off. Maybe if you're hiding something or something of that nature. So, excuse me. So they asking, should you do that? Should you take a look and research the person that if you see any kind of red flags or whatever, should you take the time to research?
So here's my deal. Okay. Um, One, if you go looking for trouble, you're gonna find it. So I feel like you need to be careful about this. Now, as a woman with children, am I gonna research the person that I'm with? Absolutely. I'm gonna check and make sure that you don't pop up on no pedophile list. I want to know that you hadn't been arrested for no bullshit. Like I'm gonna research you that way. And then as we get further into our relationship or serious dating or exclusive dating, shit like that, then I'm gonna check your criminal and credit history, that kind of thing. But if you feel the vibe is off, if you feel like you're hitting some red flags, and they're legitimate red flags, not no bullshit red flags, because girls make up some fucked up red flags. Um, Stop dating him.
I just
Quit.
feel like if you open that door, Be ready for that door to be open on your ass. That's how I feel. Like, I think people should be honest enough to tell the truth about whatever it is that that they got going on as things progress. And as things progress, it's, like my sister said earlier, it's a meeting of the minds on how we progress. Because you can't say, a lot of people, they get confused. Some, you may like me more than I like you. That's not a meeting of the minds. We haven't established the fact that we actually like each other to spend more time together, or if that's another thought of something that I may want to have about you, that kind of deal. But I'm thinking, like, if you don't feel like it's gonna go any further than what you're doing, why waste the time? And if you're gonna lie, it's gonna come out any fucking way. I mean, I'm not gonna go and search, your background data, unless in cases of people that we do know personally that always get, collect calls and shit. I mean, then you got every
Because when
motherfucking
do we not
reason.
check people anyway? Like, as we're noticing that someone is attractive, or as we're, um, you know, getting to know people, we look at their Facebook or their Instagram and stuff like that. At least I do. I mean, I don't like do a deep dive and go see what you were doing in 1982, but I go and check some shit and be like, okay, are you posting inappropriate stuff? Maybe you have some political views that are, if you support Hot Wheels, I might have a problem. Like, that might have to be a conversation. So, I mean, I don't know. I do feel like a certain amount of awareness is appropriate. However, I feel like I'm not going to go looking for problems.
Yeah, and then you don't want to invade somebody's privacy because of your curiosity, and you got some stupid ass person walking around here like me that'll cuss your ass out if I found some shit out like that about me. If you ran my credit type shit or tried to, and people do that, and I'm telling y'all right now, while y'all looking at me, y'all better go and get that credit card. Go and get that credit card, because I'm trying to tell you right now, people will look your ass up and they'll Google you and all kind of stuff. I'm just saying.
I will Google you. But I
Well,
Google myself on a regular basis too. So, don't feel special.
let's take a real quick break. We're gonna take a break, and then when we come back, we're gonna do, let's say, two more questions. We do two more,
We
and
can get
then and
2
then
and
we're gonna,
20.
yeah, then we'll be done for the night. And so let's go ahead and do that, and y'all, and we'll be right back. So don't you take your ass nowhere, please. Thank you.
Trust me, we got the power to change the world. Need you to trust me. You will get no less than you deserve. Trust me, the thing we got is better than this. Need you to trust me. This town ain't crazy, nobody can.
What's up, everybody? We back. We are back. That wasn't fast. I mean, that wasn't long at all. Just like a little mini break. Real quick, shout out to Mo Swag. Shout out to Hendrix. We appreciate the crew and all that good stuff. I gave my crew the week off. So on tomorrow night, there will not be a show. However, I will be popping in to give you guys a special announcement. So uh, tune in on tomorrow night. I'll jump on wherever the case it is. And like I said, I gave Mo and I gave Reggie the night off. And we're going to be talking about upcoming changes that the crew is doing and all that good stuff. And I'm excited. We're excited. I'm excited. all that good shit. So the show lineup is as follows on next Wednesday night. If you guys missed it on yesterday, we did a happy hour with Hendrix flashback, and so now we can actually replay some of these videos that we have or whatever the case is, which is kind of cool. So happy hour with Hendrix is going to be on Wednesday nights. Of course, Thursday, first and third Thursday night is After Dark, which of course that's myself and Miss Arbor. And on Friday nights will usually be MTG Live, but that is soon to change. So we'll get back with y'all and let y'all know tomorrow what we changing to. Yes,
I'm excited.
I'm excited too because listen, we like Friday nights, but shit, Friday nights wearing our ass out. I ain't gonna even.
Who you?
Friday night is wearing us out, and I was like, you know what? We gotta make some changes. We gotta make some changes. So yeah, we are so excited about that, or whatever case it is. And so, shout out to the crew. Like I said, I know that they're getting some rest right now. I told them to just take the rest of the week off. And season 5 is gonna be our easy year. It's gonna be the year of simplicity.
I like that. I do that for my birthday every year, is I have a theme. So I feel like that's a good idea for the show. What's our theme for the year? Simplicity. I like that.
Simplicity. Yeah, I think we. I think that I don't think that they're having any issue with that because we've been doing it 5 years, and it's like shit. We can kind of kick back a little bit. Let's do that. Let's kick back and relax a little bit, and we can do that.
Isn't it an escape song?
What? Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the escape beat. Just kick it. Just kicking. Yeah. Yep. That's escape. That's escape. All right, y'all. Let's jump back into these questions. So we could go ahead and jump up again. I am your boy Q, and this is Miss Arbor, not Barber. We're on MTG After Dark. For those listening to us, we appreciate you. All the different countries that I've been seeing on the reports and stuff like that. So we just want to say thank you so much for listening and all that good stuff. And thank you so much for your contributions on Anchor FM. We appreciate the little money y'all send us. Thank you.
I wonder, do our jokes translate well to different languages?
Well, obviously so. I mean, people are listening, and that was so weird. Like when Reggie told me that we had like money in our little Anchor account, I was like, people listen to us for real. He was like, yeah, but they
Yeah.
listen everywhere. I was like, for real. Thank you. Shout out, to all the people, that can't get out the Taliban since America done pulled out of the Afghanistan. You know, shout out, we hope y'all got somewhere safe to go. Because if you ain't, you better find somewhere to go quick, fast, and hurry, and don't stop. Do not pass. Go and collect $200. Keep going on off the monopoly board. Biden said,
Prayers.
Biden said,
Prayers.
Biden
Prayers.
said, fuck it. I'm through.
Lots of prayers. Lots of
For
prayers.
real.
Prayers for Haiti as well.
Oh yeah, they got the hurricane coming, right? Somebody got a hurricane
They
coming.
had an earthquake.
Oh yeah, that's right. Haiti had the earthquake, and somebody is about to get hit with a hurricane. Somebody.
I don't know, but I don't know who. I don't remember who. I try not to watch the news. It's disturbing and it messes with my mental health. And I'm all about my mental health. So I just prayers for everybody.
Prayers for everybody, even Hot Wheels. Say a prayer for Hot
Like
Wheels.
I gotta walk my fish.
Okay. Next question. Let's do it. Let's get it over with. Oh, you said don't show them. Okay. Okay. I was trying to
I'm
read them.
pretty sure we're too late now, but go ahead. Go ahead with the next question.
How long after you are in a committed relationship can your mate advise you about your kids? How long after you are in a committed relationship, can your mate advise you about your kids?
Okay, so I'm gonna translate this into what I think I just heard. How long do you need to be dating or with someone in a committed relationship before they can tell you that your kids are fucked up?
Did you have to say it like
Yes, I did.
that?
Okay, so this is gonna be meeting number two. Like, because the first time, maybe you were embarrassed to say something and correct your kid in front of me, or it was just an awkward situation. Because kids are gonna they're gonna show out when they meet new people just to see what their limits are and all that. So after the second time of meeting that child, if that child is still unruly, we don't have a conversation. Be like, okay, so is that your parenting style? Is that what you feel is okay? Because if so, then I'm gonna have to go ahead and bounce. We're not gonna be in a committed relationship if I don't like your parenting style. I learned my lesson. Mm-mm.
That's
I ain't got time.
interesting that you say that.
I ain't got time
No,
for
I
that.
mean not that you say that, but it's interesting that it came out that way, parenting style. Because I think that a lot of times when people are in situations when it has to do with their children, especially if you marry someone with children, it has been my experience that you stay out of it. My experience. Not that you don't say, well, okay, this is what I think, this is how I feel. If you get to that point in the relationship, it's okay to express your opinion, but that's it. I feel like if I'm not your parent, unless if you're living with me. Now, if you're living with me, that's different. You can't tell me not to say nothing to your child if y'all in my house. That's not gonna work. But if we're not together as if we're not physically living together, and there is something that's going on with your child, and we have been together for a while, I know your child, they know me type situation. And by my experience of your parenting style with your child, if whatever the situation is, if you decide to say, hey, maybe XYZ, or I don't know if I would have did XYZ, I don't think that, that should be a problem, unless again, if it's a situation what you witness is not cool, because I don't think that any woman should give any kind of, I guess you can say, granting of permission to deal with their children if he is mean to her, or if he's sarcastic to her, or if, however he treats her is how he going to treat her children, vice versa, and so I keep all of that in my brain. And so I just, you know, you got your hand up, but that's just kind of how I think about it sometimes.
No, like I get that, and I have some differences because I started my role as a parent. I started as a step parent, and I started as a step parent to two white kids. Okay, so like it's a whole different ball game for me because my first husband was white and he had two children. So
Right?
I had a blonde hair, blue eyed baby. From the day this child was born, he was mine. So like shit rolled different. I had to learn how to do things differently. But here's what I'm wanting to understand about people dating now, male and female. What happened to the friendship phase? Now, I'm not saying friend zone, but I'm saying what happened to the building of community and what happened to getting to know people? We're going straight from, hey, I think you're cute to in a relationship like that. And now you're asking questions about, you know, who disciplines the kids and how long. Well, you were never friends with this person. Like, do you like the way that they play with their nieces and nephews? Have you seen them in family situations? Have you seen them at somebody's company picnic? Do you like how they are in general? Because as a friend, like as people that I hang out with, if you've ever seen me go to any of my friends' functions, I'm gonna treat their kids just like I treat mine. If that means punishing them, if that means scolding them, now I'm not quick to smack somebody else's kid. So I'm not saying that should be okay, but I'm saying if your kid's sitting there cutting up and my kid is there, I'm absolutely motherfucking going to say something because I don't want my kid to think that that's okay because I will fuck him up. So,
Hmm.
what happened to getting to know people's situations before you're putting yourself in a compromising situation with a relationship? Yeah.
I so agree with that. Because and then if you look at it, if you start to do exactly what you say, what you just said, Arbor, not to do, if you start just going from, hey, I think you're cute, all the way to now you got keys to my apartment type shit, then when you quote unquote get married or start to take things to another level in your relationship, you don't have anything to build on. And then all of a sudden, you done moved and then went from gear one all the way to five without going in order. And now you're trying to back up, trying to figure out the person that you done got with, and that you did not know. And you did not know that person was an abuser. You
And
did
if
not
you have
know.
kids, you don't want a bunch of men running in and out of your kids' lives. Now,
Hello.
I work I work in the music industry most of the time. So I have a ton of musicians that my kids are always around. So for me to introduce a man to my child, he understands that that's a friend. More than likely, I'm going to get to play on one of his instruments. Does he know if I've dated any of them? Absolutely not, because he has always stayed in a child's place and we've always had a respectable communication between the two of us. Has he ever seen me date? My older son obviously has, because I had him before I got married to my second husband. But I do believe, mm, and I don't think he even understands the concept. He's only 6, but I do believe he's only seen me date one person in his life. He doesn't even know that me and his dad know each other. He still questions that. Okay. It's a matter
Hmm.
of don't ask questions. I just am very careful about how I handle people in front of my children.
Yeah.
So he knows Mr. Q is cool. He's seen him on my phone, he's seen him on my computer, he's seen him in person, and he knows if Mr. Q says something that I understand and I listen. It's a respect issue in general for the position of a man. You do not have to introduce these dudes as a boyfriend and be doing grown folk shit in front of your children, especially when you don't know if that person is going to stay. Now you got your children involved. They're going to get their little feelings hurt because now the person that mommy said was going to be my new daddy done left. Like, don't do that to these kids. Dick is not that great. Your child you have to raise and give them an example. You're creating wives and husbands for other people. Please give them a better example. Okay, off my soapbox.
I I cannot agree more. I cannot agree more. It psychologically messes with your children, and then not only that, sorry y'all, it really kind of turns on the light bulb
Thanks,
to the
Michelle.
children being promiscuous.
Hmm. I mean, if they see mama bringing in a whole bunch of people in and out, then what do they expect? Yeah, and I mean, let me just be honest. Yes, I've been married. One of the biggest reasons for my divorce, and this is just me personally, and this is not putting all of my business out there, it came to a point where I had to decide, is this the lifestyle that I wish my children would emulate? Because what they live through, what they witness, is what they're going to do. Is it acceptable for them to learn to be this man? Is it acceptable for them to learn how to treat women like this? Is it
Wow.
acceptable for them to understand that women can do this and talk to me like this? Those weren't situations that I wanted my children to learn. And it's easier to heal them and to teach them now than allow them to grow up in dysfunction and become an adult and have to try and unlearn bad behavior.
So
So
parents,
don't stay for the motherfucking kids. Get
so
rid of the
so
man.
so parents, we're just saying, it ain't all in the DNA. It's about the way you raise them too.
Oh, but how come the ones that you divorced, them kids look just like them and act just like them? They like move. Eyebrows the same way. I'm like, Jesus.
Michelle says, and when your kids grow up, they will think that it is what you are supposed to do.
Exactly. Exactly. And you're giving a very bad example of, letting if a man has a daughter and he brings a new girlfriend around every week, what is that telling his daughter? One, that any man that she loves, because I love my daddy, that's my first love, he's going to be bringing different women all the time. And that's okay because my daddy did it. So now I'm going to get cheated on and my feelings going to get hurt because daddy showed me it was okay to allow a bunch of women in my relationship. Like, we know you look just like your dad, but we know.
Next question. Last question. Last question. Y'all, you guys enjoying the show? Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of your comments. Go ahead and share this
Ladies, thank you
broadcast.
so much for hanging out. You guys, I don't remember you from last season, and I apologize if you were here last season and I missed you. You know, I was drinking a lot, right? I slept since then. I drank some. Never mind. Next question. I went to California since then.
That's true. See, they'll allow their men to cheat. And I just, you know what? Let me say this. I got something I gotta say. Then before I go to this last question, just could you do me a favor, please? If you're gonna be the kind of parent that don't care what you do in front of your children, stop sending these kids up here to these schools and act like your kid ain't twerking and shaking what her mama gave her. I mean, I want you to stop that shit. Talk about she don't know what she's doing. She don't know where she get that from. And your punk ass up there looking at Rashida and them on Love and Hip Hop. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, you stop acting like that these children are picking this, not picking this shit up from you. Yes, there are sponges, but they look at their parents in their village first on how to behave.
I've been on TikTok since quarantine. Do you know I did not understand kids knew how to cuss so well?
What?
Like, and use it in the proper context. And you got the nerve to come up. If y'all don't go sit y'all trifling asses down somewhere.
I mean, it's nice to have the TikTok, but why you got your child on there cussing like a grown ass man? I'm just trying to be okay. But TikTok want to ban this that, and the other, but y'all not banning these children using profanity. I'm,
You're not
and
banning
then
these little babies shaking their butts doing
and
like,
then when your daughter tell you, "Mama, you ain't shit, shut the fuck up," then you be like, "Who the fuck you talking to? Hello,
baby,
watch where you have around your kids."
I can see my bill and my dentist bill all at one time. Cause if you think you're gonna have a tooth left in your head,
Where we at? We got 7 minutes. Okay. This last question is kind of loaded, though. I'm trying to see if I even want to get into it. Do you want to get into it?
let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, we
Should
might
my
not answer it all the way, but let's go ahead.
let's do it. Should my wife be able to sue my side piece if my wife was the one who left me? My side piece wasn't around when wasn't around when she left, but found out after she abandoned the marriage. North Carolina law.
So what's she suing for? But first of all, you know what's funny is now that we're talking about TikTok, there's a lady on TikTok right now who is being sued by her husband's side piece. Her husband died, and the side piece is coming after her for some money that she gave the husband for his business investment before he passed. Well, the wife didn't know about it. She didn't have any part of it. And she's like, I want my money back. And she's like, bitch, I don't know you. And, you know, the side piece eventually dropped the lawsuit, but still, like, why didn't you get that in writing?
I'm
And
just trying to figure out
what is the wife gonna sue the side piece for? Like mental anguish? Like he didn't like my coochie no more after he had yours?
I'm just trying to figure out why people go after the other person. I just That is just bananas to me. What?
Because
Why
they
go
want to feel
after the
better
other
about
person?
themselves. Because they're jealous and they're insecure. Most times, women will forgive a man. Unfortunately, most times women will forgive a man. They will give some kind of excuse as to why he had his bad behavior. Boys will be boys. That's how we're raised to think. But they want to have a problem with the other woman because the other woman should have known better. Bitch, get your whole ass husband. Okay? I don't have a commitment to you. I probably don't even have a commitment to him. So if you have a problem, you need to take care of your problem at home. And if you were taking care of home, he would have never had time for the side piece.
That's all I'm saying.
So, as a wife, if you come trying to sue a relationship assistant, obviously your relationship needed more assistance than she could provide. So that's why your relationship is over. You should have been paying the bitch. He might have stayed.
And then Michelle said she be shit out of luck. So, but see, and then too, this my thing. I mean, first of all, why are you going after somebody that you left this man? You left him, and
And
what
you
the fuck
found
do
out
you
about the side piece after you left.
after you left? And the only reason why she was a side piece is because they were still married. So I'm sure he didn't hide that from her. Like, okay, well, she left me X Y Z, so I'm moving on.
So she's just being vindictive. Maybe the girl was cuter than her.
Yeah, Fee, relationship assistance. We have a whole show.
Yeah.
Relationship assistance. We do a whole one. And I'm just trying to figure out, in this case, you why would you go after somebody that you don't even want no more? I mean, what the grass wasn't greener somewhere else, you know? I mean,
Like,
why? What for? Just because you can?
probably. It's a cause I can, cause I want to make their life difficult. Like, she's upset. Not a lot of women have feelings, and we don't know how to always handle them in the best ways. And maybe she was feeling like, okay, I thought I left the situation. And sometimes there's a girl that works here in Dallas. Her she's a vocalist and she has a song called Invoice. And when the whole song is about how she put all this work and shit into this man and he left her or they broke up or whatever, and everything that she built in him, now another woman gets the benefit of. And she's like, I'm sending you an invoice for all the work I did. Women really sometimes feel like they've invested a lot into a man and they're upset when that relationship ends, especially when you turn into the man that I wanted you to be for me.
And see, that just
And
goes.
that's a
That
hard
goes.
pill to swallow.
It's a hard pill to swallow, but see, it also goes to show that sometimes people should take accountability on what they're doing to mold their relationship. If
Sometimes people need to take accountability that everybody's not for you. He did shit and he changed shit for someone that he wanted to be with.
exactly, and then that's why I was gonna say, sometimes it's just your job to plant the seed. It may not be your job to grow it. I
Hmm.
mean, that's just. I mean, life is how it is. There are some people really really feel that I've invested this time and my energy in you, and then to take it just a step further, sometimes when you on the end where it's like, well, I'm married to you, but you got somebody else, and you're doing exactly what I wanted you to do. Sometimes you start to feel like, okay, well, what's there for me to do? Because I done gave you every damn thing. You with this other bitch. So what the hell am I supposed to do with myself? And I done invested everything in you.
I
How
mean,
can I pick myself up and move on?
that's an unequally yoked relationship. If you're the only one investing into the well being of the other person, then you're already in the wrong situation.
Hmm.
If you're not getting equally invested back into, because this is a two unit thing, this get out of the situation. You know, maybe you were not supposed to be in a relationship. Maybe it was supposed to be a situation, a friendship, a mentorship, and you know the hormones got the best of you, or the situation got the best of you. Um, but not everybody's meant to be together. Not everybody's meant to last forever.
And can I just say that I just really want to say, especially some of us, some of the ladies, not us ladies, but some of the ladies, can you drop that you always have to be needed type of aura, mentality, spirit, whatever you want to call it about yourself. Every time you turn around, you think that somebody needs you to do this, needs you to do that. You have to do this. I got to do that. If you continue to overexert yourself with people, I gotta do this for my man, I gotta do that for my man, I gotta make sure he's good for this, good for that. If you're continuing to give and give and give, and like Miss Arbor say, and you're not receiving, then you should click in your brain right then somewhere up in there that if you're not being poured back into, that maybe he's not the person to help you get where you're supposed to go. Because it is supposed to be you two rising together. And if you don't feel that you're growing,
Come on, because I'm ready to hit a bell.
and if you feel like you're not growing and he's steady growing, then you should know that that shit don't balance. You should come to the decision that that shit ain't right and it ain't working.
Um, we need to do a whole show on this. I have a question. At what age do you realize, ladies, that you don't want a man to need you? Ma'ams, beautiful women, goddesses, queens, whoever you claim to be, let me put this out here for you to chew on. And we're going to have a show. We're going to come back and talk about it. We're either going to talk about it here on AD, or we're going to head over to Spiritually Ratchet, and Q's going to come with me and we're going to have a sit down discussion about it. But at what fucking point do you realize you don't want anybody that needs you? Your children need you, but you don't want a man that needs you.
But then you need to do for everybody else. But you don't want somebody that's into you to need you.
I want to be wanted.
Yeah.
I want you to want to support me. I want you to want to encourage me. I want you to want to fuck my brains out. But you don't need me.
He'll just say he needs to be part of that.
Baby, you know, Reggie, you know, anytime I can get that man to have a whole conversation, I'm here for it. So you tell me the time, place, and I will pre-record whatever I need to do, but we need to have this conversation.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so everybody, again, tune in on tomorrow night. I'll be jumping on. The crew is off on tomorrow. I'll be on about 7-ish, 7:30, right up in there. And we'll jump on for a few minutes, give you some updates, and then we're gonna see you next week. Again, next week, Wednesday night happy hour with Hendrix. It's
Ooh,
gonna
did you
be
see what
live.
she just wrote?
Who? Let's see.
Michelle?
I want a man that wants me more than I want him.
I'm not mad.
Oh, wait. Oh, we've been
We
on
got a
an
show to
hour.
do.
Oh, oh.
We got a show to do. Hey, babe.
You know what? See, let me tell you something. See, I like that comment, Michelle. I like it for a certain reason because
I should be mad.
yeah. Oh, y'all better be lucky. Oh my God. Because let me, you know what? Michelle
Save it.
started
We need to have a whole. So she wants to leave. Yeah. See, that's not.
see that could
Look,
go
we
that
have to
could go
have the
so many
whole show
different
because a
ways.
part of that is understanding women have the spouse. false concept of submission and obedience and all of that. So how they describe things, what they're wanting, how they want to sit, it's not clearly understood, and they're not understanding where their power lies.
I was
And
gonna
it's
say,
something.
and keep in mind now, fellas, you're not gonna like me for this one, but it's all right. It's okay. You're supposed to love her more anyway.
It's
I
not
mean,
about bowing down. It's not
it's
about
not
bowing down.
it's a not a submission thing, but what it is the fact that when a man loves his woman, she knows it, and because sometimes women have more, especially that you run across nowadays, they're all insecure. They've gone through so much. Not to say that fellas hadn't either.
Okay, but that's not
Cheating.
an excuse. They need to go heal that shit before they get into a
Well, that's
relationship.
true. That's true. I'm just speaking in general. A lot of times there are a lot of people that have a lot of insecurities, and more than now, I mean, more than not, there are a lot of people who don't handle their own healing and shit. So what I'm saying is that you run across a lot of people that have insecure issues. They have a lot of shit going on, and they try to make a relationship work. And sometimes women feel like we need to overlove them so they can feel loved just a little bit. And so
Here's
I,
something,
I, I
and
get that.
we
I
need to
understand that a
we
little
need to
bit.
break that down, and we need to discuss it, because a
Let's
lot of
talk about it.
women who feel that way are looking so more for the beta male, the one that wants to love on them and cater to them and put them on the pedestal, versus the love me like Christ loved the church, the head of my household. There's a difference, and a lot of people need to understand that. So I understand what he's saying about bowing
Yeah.
down. That's that. I don't want to call it a simp, but that's that simp mentality. That's that. I want a man who's going to kiss my feet kind of situation, and some girls want that. And if that's what you want, and if that's what he wants to do, then have at it. But when you get subpar leadership, don't get mad.
Okay, but see, Michelle, you gonna start some shit. You gonna start some shit.
Women are emotional beings, so if a man loves you more, eventually the love will come cause we love hard. Uh, that's Michelle. We gonna have to talk. We'll have to have a whole show about that and kind of break that down a little bit. Because never it
Ooh.
again, I'm spiritually ratchet, so I'm tossing this back and forth with the Bible versus
Mm.
what some of the concepts are for today. Never once in the Bible did it say for us to love a man. We are to
Right.
respect a man, we are to honor a man, but we're not required to love a man. But he is required to love us.
Hmm.
It says for us to love, for a husband to love his wife as Christ loved the church. Christ also reproved, Christ corrected, Christ led, Christ taught, Christ healed. Um, can't do that when he's kissing your ass.
Okay, now Brian said, who wrote that part? Who wrote that part, Miss Arbor? Not Barbara.
Who
Who
wrote
wrote?
that part of the Bible? That was in what, Corinthians?
So it would have been Paul.
So that, yeah, I was gonna say that was one of the disciples who wrote that.
Well, if it was in Corinthians, it would have been Paul. He wasn't the disciple, but it would have been Paul. So
Paul was
yeah.
a
So
disciple.
so so let's do this. Let's table this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. When we come back, when do we come back? Let's
When do we
see.
come back? In 2 weeks? Reggie said I got what he was saying.
Oh
European version. Think
no.
about that.
Oh
Um,
no.
yeah, there's
It's
we
Labor
have to
Day.
do some investigating and some reading, because I love this topic. I'm here for it. I feel like a lot of people need to talk about it. It needs to be talked about because we got a lot of misconceptions going. And right now, everybody's in this unisex, fluid, fucked up, unidentifiable situation. So we need to clearly define some stuff here.
So the next time we'll be on will be September the 2nd, which is Thursday after next. And
Will
then,
I
because
be
that's
in town?
Labor Day weekend. Labor Day is the next week, right? Yeah, Labor Day is the next week.
No,
Uh,
it's not. It's that weekend, isn't it?
huh?
In Labor Day that weekend, the first weekend in September.
Labor Day is the first Monday. That's the 6th of September.
But that's the holiday starts that Friday, I think, and they're off on on that Monday.
Uh, yeah, yeah, I guess. Shit. One of them days, y'all. Look for us.
Yeah, he said it's the 4th through the 6th.
So that's the thing. So September 2nd, that's what the calendar say. And that's what the calendar say. We can talk about this because maybe we can bring Brian on, maybe we can bring Reggie on, and then you find us another lady. Let's have it. Michelle, if you want to come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. We can have a great conversation about this because at this moment, there is a whole lot of fuckery, foolishness, and fads going on, and there are a lot of different opinions on how relationships should be. You know, I want to tell y'all about the throuple that I met recently, but we'll talk about that later. I
Sir,
mean,
I
hey,
need details.
I recently met a throuple.
I
I
need
met a
details.
throuple. Two ladies and a guy. I met them, and I just so happened to be at the restaurant and saw them sitting there over there at the Papados, and they were sitting together. And at Papados they have those dividers, and so only two people can sit between each one. And one of the girlfriends was like, "No, I need to sit with my girlfriend and my boyfriend." And I was like, wait a minute. So I had to get their names because I need them to come on.
Cause you are nosy. I
I
would
need
just
them.
slip them
I
a
need you to
business
come on
card
the
and be like,
show.
call
You
me.
gotta talk about this shit because now we hear about it, we read about it, but see, I ain't never ever walked around and met a throuple. I ain't never walked around and met three people that was together publicly to say that they are all three in a relationship. I I was down for it, and let me tell you, it was one of us, one of them, and one of them. One of us, one of them, and one of them. If you don't know what that means,
You need to watch our show more.
you need to watch the show.
He said, bring
B,
him on the
I'm
show.
trying. B, I'm trying. I'm gonna talk to him. I'm
That's okay.
trying. Let's see what's up.
So I'm gonna need you to just like whisper over off camera, and because I got some show stuff I need him to do with me because we need to have some conversations. Because I love some of the stuff that he says. I just need him to come on the show and like say it out loud. So tell him he has to come on the show.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Everybody, thanks so much for watching. Again, share this broadcast with everybody that you know. We should appreciate that. Again, we're on YouTube. Where else we on? We're on Twitch. Let me even find. Where is it at? YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Periscope is no longer in existence, but our Twitter feed is live, and so you can watch that as well. And I think we're trying to figure out a way how to add our broadcast to Instagram Live. So we're gonna definitely try to get that done, or whatever the case it is. And we should appreciate you guys watching the show. On behalf of myself and Miss Arbor, Barber, we should appreciate y'all watching on tonight and all that good stuff.
Thank you
And
so much for all the participation. We love it, guys. We keep
absolutely.
it coming.
Yeah, because we love all the comments, y'all. We love all the comments because the comments is what keeps us going and keep the conversation flowing. So we see y'all in a little bit. Y'all have a good night, and let me get this countdown. Peace.